Hello, I'm Aaron Marino from Alpha M Image Consulting. As men, we get screwed. And I'm not talking about the hot, steamy, sticky, sexy kind of screwed. I'm talking about the bad kind when it comes to accessory selection compared to our female counterparts. Women have a seemingly endless supply of different brands, styles, and designs to choose from when looking for a unique piece of jewelry that expresses their individual style, taste, and creativity. Now, we haven't been totally forgotten about. We do have some options, but generally speaking, they are mass-produced and bland. The one exception would be wristwatches. Men have more options than females when it comes to cool, interesting, and accessible wristwatches. But the reason is because men buy wristwatches more than women. We'll spend the money, but I'm not talking about watches today. Today, we're talking about rings. Men's rings have been a style staple throughout history. Back in the old days, kings used to wear massive gold rings encrusted with diamonds and jewels. Athletes wear rings to signify excellence and victory. Couples wear rings to symbolize their undying love and the union of two complete souls in holy matrimony or something like that. And pinky rings have been a long-time favorite of organized crime and mob bosses. Well, you don't have to be a Don to don this delightful digit accessory. Rings come in a variety of different styles, shapes, and metals, but not as many styles and shape as female rings do, but we'll get back to them in a second, sluts. Most men go with a simple silver, gold, or platinum band for their wedding ring. These rings will always be in style and appropriate, but there's nothing really stylish or fashion-forward about them. I mean, you're never going to hear somebody say, "Oh my God, I love that ring. Where did you get it? It is so simple and silver." But they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them, there's nothing great about them, but we're not talking about simple wedding bands today. No, we're not. We're talking about rings that you absolutely love. A ring that is an expression of you and your individual taste and style. A ring that makes you want to stand up and sing to the world. I've got a cool-ass ring on and it is all mine. You don't do that? Now, finding men's rings is not very difficult, but finding unique men's rings, now this is a bit more challenging, and by bit more, I mean incredibly difficult. You can go into the mall, any shopping center, and find a store that sells a selection of silver men's rings. And generally speaking, the rings you're going to find for men are going to be silver. They are making some titanium ones, and some guys are like, "Oh my God, this ring is titanium, it could stop a bullet." I'm like, awesome. I'm not really that into titanium because it doesn't match with anything else you're wearing, but that's just me. So generally speaking, these rings, these silver rings, are going to be some type of band. You're going to have thin bands or wide bands, or you're going to have bands with ridges, bands with lines, bands with birds on them, bands with cats, bands with cresting waves, bands with snapdragon. It's going to be a band and it's going to have some design on it, or it's going to be plain, but it's basically a silver band of some kind. Anyway, these bands aren't going to be very expensive. They're going to be between $20 and $50, depending on the cost of silver. As the cost of silver rises, you're going to find two things. The quality is going to go down and the price is going to stay the same, or the quality is going to remain the same and the price is going to go up. Supply and demand, that's how it works. Well, I have always been a rabid ring enthusiast. Every time I walk by a store that sells silver, I go in to see what their selection of men's rings are. And generally speaking, I'm always walking out kind of disappointed. I don't want a ring that is like everybody else. I don't want a ring that is simple and dainty. I want a ring that is masculine and chunky. What a coincidence, Aaron. I like my mans like you like your rings. Masculine and chunky. Girl.
Call me Pedro.
You may also find that when you go in, you see a ring from the case, it looks great. You pick it up and you flip it over and inside it's like hollowed out and it feels sort of cheap. I don't mind spending money on something that I love. The problem is I can't find rings that I love. The last ring that I've owned that I've absolutely loved was a ring that I bought in the Los Angeles airport. I had just gotten kicked off of Fear Factor. I was waiting for my flight and I went into the store that sold silver. and I saw this men's silver ring. It was beautiful. It had different woods sort of shined up and inlaid into the top of the square ring. I loved it. I tried it on, it fit, I bought it. It was $175, but I loved it. It also had a great story that went along with it. I knew that I was never going to see another person wearing that ring. And so I wore this ring for years. My problem is that I never take rings off. I lift weights with it on, I work in the yard with it on, everything I do, I'm wearing my ring. Once I put a ring on, it generally doesn't come off. So this ring broke and I haven't replaced it, but I've been looking everywhere and I just can't find anything. Well, fast forward till the other day, and generally speaking, a few times a week I go running outside, and I run through this little town called Marietta, Georgia. Marietta is a cute little town and it has all these neat little shops. Well, I keep passing this shop. So for months, I'm running by this place, Noble's Metals, a jewelry design studio, and one day I decide I am going to go in and talk to the guy. So I go in and I meet the gentleman by the name of Andres, and Andres is a very tall, handsome Colombian man. He's either Colombian or Brazil. I think he's Colombian. Anyway, I start talking to him, and he actually is like, oh, you want to see some of my rings? I'm like, yeah, you know, I love men's rings, and he shows me some of his samples. Humma, humma, humma. So those were some of the designs that Andres showed me. Custom designs that he's actually made. My panties got wet. But once I sort of composed myself and started talking to him, like, Andres, I need you to make me a ring. Let's design a ring. I'm so excited. And he said, okay, let's design this ring. And so we sat down and we designed a ring. And I had an idea and a concept in mind that was going to symbolize something that I was doing, that I've done, and that I'm about to do. And so this was the rendering that Andre sent me a few days later. Okay, so I'm really excited because my ring is finished and I've got to go pick it up. So I thought it'd be a good idea if you guys came along and met Andres, and let's see how this ring turned out, shall we? Let's go. And here we are, Noble's Metals in downtown Marietta, Georgia. Let's go in and check out my ring. Andres, is my ring ready?
Sure, come on, check it out.
All right. Okay, guys, this is Andres.
Hey guys.
And we're about to check out my ring. I'm totally excited. Andres, what do you got?
Here it is. I think it came out really nice.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. This is exactly what I was hoping for. It is absolutely beautiful.
I'm glad that you like it.
I don't like it. I love it. All right, Andres, it's amazing. If somebody wants a ring of their own and has an idea in their head, or even if they don't have an idea in their head, can they contact you and can you help them?
Yeah, sure. That's exactly when I opened my store. I was looking around. I've been jeweler for 10 years more or less, and I didn't saw too many choices to the people pick and look and be involved in the design of their own pieces. Then that's why I decided I opened the online studio to let them do it, you know, by themselves.
And so if somebody doesn't come in here, can you help them from afar? Say somebody contacts you in United Kingdom. Can you help them and can you design a ring for them or with them?
Yeah, for sure. It's really simple. It's just three steps you have to follow. One is the design, the second one is the approval of your design, and the third one is the production. You can contact me by email, just send me some pictures, some samples, some samples of the ring that you want, and I text you back and contact you by Skype or just email.
All right, so to basically help translate that a little bit better, no offense, Andres.
It's okay.
What Andres was saying is basically, if you've got an idea or a concept for a piece of jewelry, it doesn't necessarily have to be a ring. He does everything. Contact him through either email or through his Facebook or through his website, and you start the design process. It's 3 steps. Basically, the concept or the conceptual design of the ring. He then creates a prototype or a rendering that he sends for your approval. Any changes can be made then. And at that point, once you've approved and agreed on a design and you love it, he will make it and then ship it to you anywhere in the world. He will insure it, it will get to you, and it's going to be all yours. One of a kind, my friend, one of a kind. All right, here's a little tour of the studio where Andres makes his magnificent creations. And that's it. It's small, but he does amazing work here. So guys, contact him if you want something of your very own. Reasonably priced, and the quality, you just can't beat it. Say goodbye, Andres.
Bye, guys.
And there it is, the Alpha M ring, or M for Merino, you pick. But I absolutely love the ring. I'm totally thrilled. It's the best $180 I have spent in, I can't even remember how long. I absolutely love the ring. I figured I was going to treat myself because it's a very exciting time for me. My business, I'm doing well. My new site that I'm about to launch in January, it's less than a month away. I've been working incredibly hard. I've been killing myself to create the best site, the best experience that I possibly can for you guys. That's going to be launched in a month. I'll tell you more about that in the upcoming weeks prior to the launch. But anyway, guys, if you want to get in touch with Andres to talk about him designing something special for you, there's a link down below to his Facebook page. I would give you his website, but his website absolutely sucks and doesn't do him or his products justice. Go to his Facebook page and you can get his contact information. He was telling me, I was talking to him about you guys and said that he could help you design a ring over the phone and by Skype, and he can ship it anywhere in the world. So let not your distance be a determining or a deterrent to you creating a ring that you absolutely love. And I am not getting anything from this. I just am very thrilled that I was able to find Andres and that he was able to make such a beautiful product. Men's rings, men's accessories are hard to find, especially great ones that you can be proud of. So I recommend that you go out, find a local jeweler in your area that may be able to help you design one, help you make one, and find something that you absolutely love. I am rambling. I need to get going. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Since we're talking about accessories, you know how difficult it is to find great men's accessories. Now, I'm not talking just about jewelry and rings. I'm talking about other accessories, like men's bags and scarves and hats and shirts and ties and stuff like that. They are incredibly difficult to find, especially at a good price. There is a website that I have become very fond of. I've actually mentioned them before, and some of you guys have checked out. It's called brighterman.com. So if you click the second link below, you're going to be able to download a free copy of the definitive guide to timeless style. This is a free 24-page ebook that was put out by Brighter Man and Paul. It's a great read. It's awesome. It answers a lot of questions. It's got a lot of style tips and tricks from an expert on somebody who actually sells this stuff and has to stay current on all the latest trends and styles just to make sure that he's selling what you guys want to buy. It's awesome. While you're there, I want you to check out Brighter Man's stuff and see if there's something that you like. If not, don't, but you still get a free book out of it. It's awesome. Paul's a great guy, and if you have any questions, I'm sure he would be happy to answer them as well. Guys, it has been a true pleasure today. Take care.